Hello spooky people, my name is Dan, got my Halloween top on, it's Halloween, and it's time to look at some more GM48 Game Jam games. All of these games have been made in 2 days around the theme of spellcasting, so let's see what we've got. Okay, so up first today we have got This October of Mine. And in this October of Mine, what you are doing is effectively playing mini-games to clear your yard of mess. Mess being these little slimes, and this portal, manhole cover thing. And you've also got another mini-game which involves timing, I'm hoping I'll find one in this clip, timing the bar as it moves back and forth so it hits the right spot. It's a cute concept. The artwork as well consists, there it is, pop. I want a little potion. Yeah, it's a really cute art style. I really like how it's done. It's got that sort of old retro vibe about it, and that reflects in the music as well. I do think I would have liked to have seen some difficulty progression, because all of these mini games, there are only 3, but they do all have the same level of difficulty. I think maybe once you've completed it, the next encounter is a bit more difficult perhaps. That would have spiced it up a bit. But for the most part, I really enjoyed this one, other than it being very easy, you know. It's which is a relief for me, because I'm not very good at difficult games, but I would like to have seen a bit of difficulty increasing as you go along. Overall though, this is a solid concept, and it is very adorable to look at, so I enjoyed it. Okay, so up next today we have got... It's a kind of magic. Yes, it's a kind of magic, and it is indeed a kind of magic. The magic is that there is no sound. That's magical in itself. But no, negative out of the way, and now straight onto the positives, because that aside, this is really fun. It's a bit like that mobile app, Alchemy or Alchemist, where you combine different elements and solve the problems of the people coming out and needing an issue. I was a bit more chaotic than that, so I've got fire in my pants, and it says, do you have something that makes the trumpet less dead? You can have a bone. Have that. Oh, and they've just turned into a bone. I do like when you pick something up, you're just holding it with your crotch. Do you have something that makes your broom look a little... You need fire! I didn't really read it, but hey, I got an egg. That's nice. I'm going to put that there. And my daughter is wrinkly. Can you cast one of your spells to fix it? Do you know what you need? You need an egg. Have an egg. Egg. Where did my egg go? Have a bone instead. Or honey. Yeah, have bees. Dr. Bees will help you with that. Ah, there's another egg. Broom is cursed. Can you help? You need... bees! Bees for everyone! It's quite interesting. I reckon there's a lot more elements I've yet to find, so I need to give this another go. But it's quite silly, it's fun. I just wish there was sound. That aside, I like this concept. It's funny. Okay, so up next today we have got Wizard Within, and I am re-recording this one. Basically, the first time I recorded this, I gave it some heavy criticism on the grounds that I didn't know you had to... Hello, Scarecrow. I didn't realise you had to use the mouse to cast spells. You are this wizardy character, and you have to cast spells in this little orb pattern, like the little fireball I just did. And as you do, you unlock more, and so that was a ghosty clue. That makes ghosts disappear. I know where they're hiding, and the reason I know where they're hiding is because I played this the first time around and couldn't figure out what was going on, and I got very frustrated because I didn't realise you needed to use the mouse. Now it says you need to use the mouse on the game's description page. I was just silly and didn't read it. I do think, because it does just dive you straight in, there's no actual prompts on screen, no menu, that kind of thing. I know you don't always get time to do that, and time's a factor, so maybe something like that would have been nice, but it is on me, so I need to bear that in mind and read the descriptions a bit better. So what I'm doing is I am learning these spells to basically progress to the next bit, learn the next spell, and cure... Oh, we just gone past her. Stumpy. The girl who's led on the stump. She's sick and she needs help. And that's shut that dog up. It's a cute dog, but it wasn't letting me past until I was invisible. So there she is, and she is sick. She needs to be helped. So the key opens this house, and inside the house is an ominous picture. I think, did I draw that backwards? I don't remember. I don't know how. But there you go. Ta-da! It's a fun game. I feel frustrated with myself that I didn't think to use the mouse, but I enjoyed that one. That was fun. Okay, so up next today we have got the Kingdom of Logic. And I must clarify I have sped the speed up of this video by 3 times because this is a very slow moving and unskippable text box, which is a bit of a shame because the actual premise of the game is interesting. What you have to do is cast spells 1, 2 and 3 to remove 1, 2 or 3 heads from this monster. And in turn they cast spells 2, removing heads. In this case I only cast 1 or 2. It is cute. But yeah, the idea is that, sorry, it usually just says uno, duo, trio, but because I sped it up, it just sounds really silly and fast. I got it wrong a few times, but the idea is you have to remove the last heads in order to win. It's an interesting concept, and unfortunately no sound beyond them going uno, duo, trio. The only issue is it's so slow, the text, and I really wish there was a skip or a move faster option, especially because I have very little attention span, and they've gone for some good story here, which is great. Really interesting stuff, but it needs to be sped up. Other than that, though, it's an interesting concept. There's some interesting logic. The Kingdom of Logic does not lie. There is logic to the puzzle solving, and it's just a very brief little puzzle solving kind of game, which is all you need, really. Good job. And up next, from a very slow game to a very fast game, we have Dizzy Magic. And in Dizzy Magic, what you have to do is tap on the cursor as the... So basically, you've got the spells in the top right corner, the 3 runes you need to cast the spell. You need to tap when the clock hand strikes over those symbols in order to cast the spell. And in doing so, you deflect the monsters. And if you don't, the monsters turn up. Now, this game does start slow, but it gets fast very quickly, and it's a lot of entertainment to see how. So there's a little monster coming along. I love the texture effects on the monster as well. It's quite a nice little effect. Creepy spider mouse creature. So if it looks like I'm doing badly, I did actually get 28 right, and then it went horribly wrong because it gets so fast so quickly. Oh, look at that big scary horrible monster as well. I think this is very clever. It's an interesting concept. It's got a really grueling difficulty curve. I'm kind of getting the vibe, especially from the orientation, that they're intending to turn this into a mobile game after, and I would encourage that because I think that's quite fun, and it's a bit different to what we usually see in the mobile game market these days. It's definitely something I wasn't expecting, and it is definitely dizzying. Overall, good job, and as you're about to see here by my complete lack of accuracy at this point, big scary horrible Spider-Man got to me and I lost. But I had a lot of fun with that, so good job. Okay, so up next today we have got Shift Wizard, and in Shift Wizard, another 2-player game. Very bold choice for a game jam to make it 2-player exclusive. Very bold to assume I have friends. What you have to do is, well, this is a tricky bit. I don't really know. I'm guessing what you have to do is fight each other, move around, get the elements, cast spells at each other. But the problem is, I couldn't get to grips with the controls. It doesn't sound like a lot at the moment because, again, it doesn't have any sound, unfortunately, but also because I do these voiceovers after. But I can assure you, as I got over that square, I was literally just like... And then I try and move and I was just like... And it's just... I don't know. I managed to get to player 2's move phase, and I managed to get a red dot on the spell component. I feel like there's a lot of components here that put together a good game, but it's the control mechanism that I couldn't quite get the hang of. I don't know if it was just me on my computer or what the issue was with this, but I think maybe some keyboard prompts on screen would have helped. I appreciate time's a factor, so perhaps not. I'll have to revisit this one though. It's a bit confusing, but I see what they're going for, so there is potential here. And finally today we have got How to Summon Demons 101. And in How to Summon Demons 101, what you are doing is effectively fighting a demon, 101 style. No idea what that means. It's basically where you select 3 spells. I chose Flamethrower, Astral Projection and Lightning Bolt, but there are different ones. I'm going to have to have another go and see what other spells do. And your goal is very much just defeat the demon. A goal I did not fulfill yet, but I will have to revisit. What I'm... yeah, just died. Wonderful. I'm kind of getting the Cuphead vibes from this, you know, where you've got the super tough boss and you gotta learn the routines and use your spells, and it's just basically a boss fight-a-thon. It's got cutesy art style though, and it's interesting, it's enjoyable. I really like the style, I really like the variation in spells, but yeah, didn't beat the boss. So I'm going to have to come back to that and give it another go. It's a good entry though, I enjoyed it, as did I couldn't aim the lightning quite right though, missed that one. I'll have to come back, and like I said, I'll have to try more spells because there's a variety here to pick from, so I'll have to, it varies gameplay each time, which is a good reason to come back. Replayability is important. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you did enjoy. I've got 7 more. You might have noticed I'm doing 7 games per episode instead of 4. Reason being, we've got 21 submissions, and 21 is divisible by 7. You've learned something new today. But I hope you did enjoy yourself. If you did, be sure to stick around, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, though, bye!